Take a measurement between your gate posts and subtract 1.5 inches. This is the length to cut your top and bottom gate rails. Lay the left side channel with the opening facing right onto a flat working surface. Insert the bottom left corner of the bottom rail with the tongue facing up, so that the left end of the rail reaches the inside back wall of the side channel, creating an L shape. This will be the bottom left corner of your gate. Place a carpenter's square on the outside of this L to confirm that this L shape is square to 90 degrees, and the bottom rail is flush with the bottom of the side channel. Once confirmed that this first L shape of your gate is square, proceed to screw 2 self-drilling screws in through the pre-drilled holes of the channel into the bottom rail to secure the left side channel to the bottom rail. Don't screw the other 2 on the opposite side just yet. Once these 2 screws have fastened the bottom rail to the side channel, insert the opposite end of the bottom rail into the bottom of the remaining side channel until the end of the bottom rail meets the inside back wall of the inside of the bottom of the channel, creating a U-shaped frame. Again, using a carpenter's square, confirm that the right end of the bottom rail, with the tongue facing up, is inserted into the bottom of the right side channel, creating a perfect 90-degree angle, and that the bottom rail is flush with the bottom of the right channel. If that's okay, proceed to screw the bottom 2 self-drilling screws through the pre-punched holes in the side channel into the bottom rail, securing the bottom rail to the right channel. This is the bottom right corner of your gate. Flip the U-shaped frame over and confirm again that both connections are still at perfect 90-degree angles, and if so, proceed to screw the remaining 4 screws in through the pre-punched holes in the side channels into the bottom rail. Stand the U-shaped frame up and lean it against something that's not quite as tall as the top of the frame, a workbench for example, so the top is open and not blocked for sliding boards in. Take a measurement of your top rail that was cut previously and subtract 3/8 of an inch. This is the measurement to cut your first gate board. Note, boards need to be 3/8 of an inch shorter than the top and bottom rails to allow for thermal expansion of the boards. Once the first board is cut, with the tongue facing up, slide it into the top of the U-shaped frame all the way down to the bottom of the frame until the bottom groove in the board fits into the tongue of the bottom rail. If this first board fits nicely with a bit of wiggle room from side to side, then proceed to cut the remaining 10 boards and slide them into the frame the same as the first board. Once all 11 boards have been inserted into the frame, insert the top rail, with the groove facing down to catch the tongue of the top board, into both top ends of the side channels, and squeeze the side channels toward each other, so the ends of the top rail touch the inside back wall of both channels. Once the top rail has been inserted into the side rails, check again for squareness, and proceed to screw in the self-drilling screws through the pre-drilled holes and into the top rail, the same as was done for the bottom rail. Now, lay the gate on a flat working surface and mark the top rail 7.5 inches from the left corner. Do the same for the left side channel, make a mark 7.5 inches down from the corner. Then, place one angle gusset onto one corner of the gate and line up the short side of the angle gusset with the pencil marks, so the gusset edge is flush with the outside edge of the gate frame. Once the corner gusset is aligned with the corner of the gate, screw the self-drilling screws in through the pre-drilled holes into the top rail and side channel accordingly. Continue to check for squareness of the gate each time the gate is moved or flipped over. Repeat the previous 2 steps for the remaining 3 corners of the same side of the gate. And then flip the gate over and install the 4 gussets on the opposite side of the gate as well. Once all 8 gussets have been installed on the gate, stand the gate up and place one self-closing hinge between the top rail of your gate and where the gusset meets the side channel. Fasten this hinge to the gate frame using the self-drilling screws included into the 4 holes that meet the aluminum frame and 1 wood screw that drills into the board. Repeat the previous step to install the bottom hinge onto the gate. Once the hinges have been installed, stand the gate up and place it next to the gate post that it will be hung on, and shim up the bottom of the gate with some remaining boards or cutoffs until the gate height is aligned with the fence height. Once aligned and level, confirm there is approximately 5/8 to 3/4 of an inch between the latch side of the gate and the gate post. Then, proceed to fasten the gate hinges to the gate post with the self-drilling screws provided in the hinge bag. Refer to the gate latch installation instructions in the following video to install your locking gate latch and complete your Slipfence Composite gate installation. Slipfence, made to last.
Don't build something that ain't worth nothing 20 years down the line. Build it once and build it right and stand the test of time.